Hey guys, Wally. Of course you know that. This is Chris Pastions, Big C's, 100 Ales. That's his blueberry cream ale, blueberry cream ale. So I'm gonna do a beer review. Okay. There's some history in this beer. Chris and I got together last year, shortly after shortly after the first round of SJ Port. With Chris and I have been chatting here and there on the Facebook Messenger for a while. But anyway, we got to talking about some stuff, and we decided to do a collaboration. He and I both did a pseudo blueberry cream ale. I fermented mine out with 2112, and I think he uses a Kolsch yeast. I'm not for sure which yeast that he used, but the grist is about the same. The blueberries in secondary, same weight, same time period, all that stuff. So anyway, it should be pretty interesting beer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a review of this one. Chris is gonna do a review of mine, and I'm gonna try to remember from my past what mine tastes like, because mine's gone. Everything's gone. All right. I'm going to crack it. Nice little hiss. And I'm going to pour. There's a little bit of sludge in the bottom of that, but I know it's keg conditioned. Not a whole lot of head on it, but that could be just because it's a nice pour, nice easy pour, or because the glass is dirty, whatever. Could be either one of those things. So you can see the carbonation jumping off the bottom, going to the top. It's about the same color as mine. His might be a little bit darker than mine was, if I remember. As soon as I opened the bottle and started pouring, I could smell blueberry. One thing we added, both of us added some honey malt, and I think we added some oats as well. But you can see it's crystal clear, other than the color, which is beautiful violet, dark violet color, violent color. But yeah, smell. The berries in there. It's a pretty clean smell. There's not a whole lot there on the nose. There's a little bit of sweetness, but a whole lot of berry. I don't get the same type of berry that I remember from mine, but there's a sweetness in there. Maybe that's from we also had corn. The recipe we used was a real traditional cream ale recipe, flaked corn, all that stuff. Then we added a little bit of honey malt and some oats just for mouthfeel. But then he and I both use different yeast. But anyway, so there's a little bit of sweetness there in the nose, but the berries there. Taste is, it's got a really nice mouthfeel. It's light. It's somewhat dry. There's a little bit of bittering to it, but the bittering, tickled the nose, might be from the blueberry. But this one you can definitely taste. You can taste the base beer a little bit more than the 2112. The 2112 yeast steam, the San Francisco steam beer yeast, pseudo lager, pseudo ale, whatever you want to call it, whatever anybody refers it to. It's a very clean yeast. There's not a whole lot of flavor from it. It's a beast of a yeast. It does a hell of a job, and it's active and all that stuff. But this one, it definitely tastes like a cream ale with blueberries. Maybe a little bit on the bitter side of a cream ale. But it's definitely the the flavor profile is completely different than mine. This just shows you what yeast does to the flavor of a beer, right? Basically, our grist are exactly the same, within just probably fractions of a pound. Maybe I'd have to get together with Chris and figure out. But during our conversation, our grist was pretty much right on point, pretty much the same. Blueberries, we both used the same amount, same time period. I don't know what his IBUs are. Mine were pretty light. Mine was pretty low. But I'm thinking even the IBUs and everything was pretty similar, pretty close. Just basically, his hops were different than mine. But I think we both used Mosaic, if I remember. And I bittered with Galena because I always bitter with Galena because it's me, I guess. So yeah, I don't know what he bittered with, but no, it's really super clean. It's definitely, there's a huge cream ale flavor there. Huge cream ale flavor. And the blueberries are kind of second fiddle. You can smell them; they're there. But the cream ale's in the nose too. I don't know if maybe over the period of time, it's been a while, and both beers have been brewed and gone for probably months now. Probably if not 6 months or not more. But it's definitely it's a nice beer. Really well done, Chris. I'm really glad I got this one. But I'm thinking it's a little bitter. Just a little bit on the bitter side. And how that happened, I don't know. I don't know. But it's good. It is good. Mouth feels nice on it. I think it's got a little bit nicer mouthfeel than mine. Maybe. But yeah, you can definitely get that kind of flaked corn, kind of cream ale, and a little bit of blueberry in there. The one thing about blueberries is if you go into a blueberry beer, excuse me, thinking that it's going to smell like blueberry gum or that artificial blueberry smell, excuse me, it's not going to be that way. It fermented blueberry, I say fermented because it's in secondary and there's still suspended yeast, so if there's any kind of sugar in there, it's going to be fermented. And then there's the skins, and we did whole blueberries, so the skins, they'll give you kind of an acidic kind of taste flavor to it, and really that's not there. If it's there, it's hidden. Or just the age of it's just kind of dropped out, but yeah, it's good, Chris. This is really good. What would I do? I don't know. I think I would probably, if it's me, probably look into the hop schedule and maybe kind of flip it around a little bit. Cream ale should be dry. Mine wasn't as dry as I would like. But they should be dry, low bittering, and it's there. Other than it's just, but that just maybe just a little bit too bitter for a cream ale. But that could be just the that could be the blueberries too. Could give you that kind of a false sense of bitterness. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. Peace.